You guys have been asking me to compare my X-Runner to a Ford Maverick, which you can see right here. That's a TRD shift knob. Let me see if I can get it focused. Yes, right there. So the X-Runner is good to go for long journeys. It has a full-size spare with the same rim that you see there.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to do a video that a lot of you have been requesting, and that is to compare our Tacoma X-Runner to a Ford Maverick. Now mind you, Toyota does not make the Tacoma X-Runner anymore. Ours is a 2012 Toyota Tacoma X-Runner. Very rare. Most people don't even know what this is. I would say this is literally like one of the rarest trucks in the world, because it just is. Like, most people have no clue what it is. And I love it. I love that, you know, I can pull up to like a car show or something and everybody's like, yo, what is this? Like, did it come stock like that? Which is normally the question that I get. And yes, this truck is 100% stock. Only thing I think I did really it's still stock, is I changed the shift knob from the original shift knob to a TRD shift knob, which you can see right here. That's a TRD shift knob. Let me see if I can get it focused. Yes, right there. And I upgraded the head unit to a newer Tacoma head unit. So it's all like Toyota parts, so it's all pretty much still stock. And you know, you see it's got the suicide doors. I don't know if you guys can see that good there. Yes, we got the suicide doors and a 6-foot bed with an inverter in the back and a bunch of cubby spaces and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna head out to, well, I'm doing this after the fact. So basically I was out shopping and I saw a Maverick. So I was like, all right. I was actually not even shopping. I was getting some work done on, I was replacing a sensor on one of the tires at Sam's Club, and I noticed the Maverick there. So I was like, all right, you guys been asking for it, so let me go ahead and do the video that you guys been wanting to see, the comparisons between this and a Ford Maverick. So without further ado, let's cut over to that, and you guys could decide which would you rather have, the tried and true bulletproof Tacoma X-Runner. This one only has 35,000 miles on it, so you know it's going to run for at least 300,000 miles, no problems. And obviously, you know, I'm going to maintain it and take care of it and stuff like that. So you get to choose. You want something that's tried and true, or do you want that new? You know, and the new is the Ford Maverick. It doesn't come with a manual gearbox like this one does, but you know, it's a cool truck. I got to give Ford credit. You know, obviously I have a Ford Mustang you can see in the back there. But yeah, I got to give Ford credit for making an awesome truck. But let's compare the two. Let's see how this goes. All right, so you guys have been asking me to compare my X-Runner to a Ford Maverick, and here you go. So I don't have access to this one. I literally just pulled up and saw it there. So I was like, let me just compare the looks and the size. So with this Maverick, and I think this is a Lariat, it actually looks to be slightly bigger than my X-Runner. Even the wheels, yeah. Let me see what wheels are. So these are 225/60s R18s, and these are 255s, yeah, 45s R18s. So actually my wheels are bigger. So I have a low profile tire. They have like a bigger sidewall. So they're both 18s, but they're running 225s and I'm running 255s. So I would say the handling is going to be better on the X-Runner versus on the Maverick. And the Maverick interior, I don't know if you guys can see it, looks pretty good. It's got that Ford thing on there. And then with ours, oh, you got to open it up. Forgot I locked it. So this is the interior on the X-Runner here. All right, so retro, but I love it. I love the look of it. And this has room, good room in the rear, I would say, for rear seat passengers, because it has like a, you know, back door. So we have access doors, which open like so. So it's not as much room in the back there, but I'm pretty sure, you know, both can drive with 4 people in there pretty comfortably. And now let's look at the bed. Now this is where the X-Runner is winning big time, other than the handling. You know, the handling, it's not even a question. This handles like a sports car. But this has a big 6-foot bed, and this looks like it might be a 5-foot bed, or maybe even shorter, maybe like a 4.8 or something like that. Now this is lifted, and it's a hybrid, so this is going to be better on gas. This is lowered and, you know, pure gasoline, but it is fun. Now, can't see access into the rear over there, so I don't know what they got as features in the trunk area. But, you know, this says X-Runner, that says Maverick and hybrid, and this is set up to tow. This one isn't. This has a little electrical outlet in the back there, a little cubby right there, another little cubby right there. You can store things. Nice little cubby hole there, tie downs all the way around and down here as well. And all in all, this is, the X-Runner is more like a sports car truck. So it's a sports truck, really, you know what I mean? Obviously, the Maverick comes with automatic. This comes with a manual gearbox, 6-speed, and a lot of the same functions that, you know, that's going to have Bluetooth, stereo, Bluetooth, voice, and stuff like that. We have the same thing on our X-Runner. We have fog lights here, and headlights, obviously, and they just got the headlights, no fog lights on here. Or maybe there's a trim where you do have the fog lights. One thing that is cool though is on their blue, they got like the blacked out mirror caps. Ours is body color matched. Ours has the turn indicator here. Theirs does not. And as far as looks can be subjective. If you like the more raised up look, then the Maverick is going to be your cup of tea. If you like the more sporty look, then X-Runner is going to be for the win. And yeah, that's really about it. So the X-Runner is right around like 240 something horsepower. I'll put in the Maverick's horsepower here, and I also put in what they tow as well. You know, the X-Runner doesn't tow that much, but it can tow if you need to. So let's say like you have like a jet ski or something like that, or a small boat, you can tow that with your X-Runner. I've seen people do that before, and I'm sure the Maverick will be able to do the same, if not more. Gas mileage, obviously the Maverick is going to be winning, not so much the X-Runner. But for me, the X-Runner is just more about how it makes you feel when you drive it. Like, I love like the sporty feel of it. It's just something that you can't get in today's market right now. Like, I know there's the Maverick Lobo, and I don't, you know, I might have to just go to Ford and test drive one of those to see what it's like. But the closest that I felt to the X-Runner has been the Honda Ridgeline and the Nissan Frontier, and both of those are, they do have the V6, but they're both automatic. So this is the only one with the manual that has that feel. But yeah, man, that's it for this one. This is one of those like customer or, you know, subscriber requested type videos. So I did it for you, the subscriber that requested this. But yeah, so after looking at it, so the X-Runner does look longer, and the Maverick just looks like taller, like a little bit because it's raised, I guess. But yeah, I think the X-Runner is bigger because of the cabin space. Not the cabin space, the cab. So yeah, when you look at it, it is the longer vehicle because of the 6-foot bed in the back here. So yeah, it's definitely the longer vehicle by like maybe a foot even. Yeah, so the X-Runner is longer. I think there's going to be more, maybe more cabin space on the inside. Let me see. Let's look at it from here to there, and from there to there. I don't know. It might be close. It might be close, but yeah. But that's my comparison of our 2012 Toyota Tacoma X-Runner to this Ford Maverick Lariat. And that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Race car friends out. All right, doing some light maintenance on the X-Runner here. So we had a tire sensor go bad on the front passenger tire. So we just swapped out that tire sensor, and then we also put some air in the spare tire. So I know, like, it was actually the original spare tire. So from, like, I think they had it marked at 2011, even though this is a 2012 X-Runner. And yeah, so the X-Runner is good to go for long journeys. It has a full-size spare with the same rim that you see there. And yeah, so if I ever need to, I can just swap it out, put on the spare, and we're good to go, man. The X-Runner is looking good.